The word jihad. Just hearing it makes some people uncomfortable. And I completely understand that. For the last few decades, this word has been attached to some of the most violent images in modern memory. But here's the thing. The way jihad is used in those images, the way the media has come to define it, is almost completely disconnected from what it actually means in 1,400 years of Islamic scholarship, practice, and daily Muslim life. Today, I want to give you the real definition, the full picture, the one that actually explains how 1.8 billion Muslims use and understand this word. My name is Mohamed. Welcome to Path to Islam. Let's start at the root. Jihad comes from the Arabic word jahada, which means to strive, to struggle, or to exert effort. That's the core meaning. Struggle, effort, working hard against something difficult. In Arabic, this word functions the way English words like strive or fight function in phrases like fight for justice or struggle to survive. It doesn't inherently mean violence. It means effort against a serious challenge. In the Quran, jihad is used in multiple contexts, most of which have nothing to do with warfare. The struggle to maintain faith in a hostile environment. The effort to live with integrity when compromise would be easier. The daily discipline of spiritual practice. That's the word's real range of meaning. In classical Islamic scholarship, jihad is divided into two categories. The first is the greater jihad, al-jihad al-akbar. This is the internal struggle against your own ego, your worst impulses, your anger, your arrogance, your spiritual laziness. The second is the lesser jihad, al-jihad al-asghar. This is the external struggle, and it includes, under highly specific and restricted conditions, armed conflict. Here's what matters. The internal struggle is the greater one. The external struggle, including war, is the lesser one. The Prophet Muhammad made this hierarchy explicit. When returning from military action, he told his companions, "We have returned from the lesser jihad to the greater jihad." When asked what the greater jihad was, he answered, "The struggle against oneself." This is the foundation of how Islamic tradition understands the concept, and it is almost never communicated in the way jihad is discussed publicly. The jihad most Muslims live is quiet. It doesn't make headlines, but it's constant. It looks like an alarm going off at 4 in the morning for the Fajr prayer, and choosing to get up. It looks like being insulted and choosing patience over a sharp response. It looks like being tempted to cut a corner in business, and choosing integrity instead. It looks like carrying grief, fear, or failure, and maintaining your faith and your character through it. This is the daily jihad of ordinary Muslim life. The struggle against the worst version of yourself. The constant effort to become better. That's the jihad that defines Muslim life far more than any act of external conflict ever has. Let me address the external dimension directly, because ignoring it would be dishonest. Islamic law does permit armed conflict under specific conditions. Those conditions are strict. Defense only, not aggression. Civilian populations cannot be targeted. Women, children, the elderly, and religious clergy are protected. Crops and water cannot be destroyed. Prisoners must be treated humanely. Peace offers must be accepted. These rules were detailed in Islamic scholarship centuries before modern international humanitarian law existed. Violent extremist groups that use the word jihad to justify attacks on civilians are, by the standards of Islamic scholarship itself, doing something the tradition explicitly forbids and condemns. So here's the full picture. Jihad means struggle. The primary and greater jihad is internal, the daily battle to be a better human being. The lesser jihad, external conflict, is a last resort, bound by strict ethical rules. Most Muslims live their jihad invisibly, in discipline, in forgiveness, in integrity, in faith. The word you've been told to fear, for most of its users, it describes the quiet work of becoming someone worthy of the life you've been given. That's the struggle nobody talks about. If this gave you something new to think about, please share this video. Subscribe to Path to Islam for more honest, clear Islamic education. I'll see you in the next video.